Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Last time we got some evidence that I couldn't solve. I thought that he was eating away from the food, but turns out he just had his chair turned around. So
Yes, you eat like you eat like this away from your food. I would nobody could see that, but yes, with your arms behind you while you eat.
because there was an empty side of the table, and I was hoping that's where he was sitting. Because we still need to prove that the lady was at the table.
But it does not look good for that. No.
And he also went to the doctors. We now have his medical report.
So we can't look at it, so we don't know what he went for.
Yep. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone?
Ellipses. That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in.
I like how Ryunosuke's like,
So, the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting?
Okay, so one thing I want to point out is the old man is actually like, yeah, I get the feeling that you didn't do shit, but of course I can't lie in court, and I know it's not gonna help you, but I didn't see any lady there. So I really like the old man.
Yeah, most of the witnesses in these games just lie.
But the old man is telling the truth, just flat out, as
Yeah.
plainly as possible. He's like, yeah, I know this isn't gonna make you happy, but I didn't see anyone.
Alright.
Anyway,
And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As you can clearly can be seen, there's only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one.
I want steak now.
Nikki is hungry.
We even just ate, or rather I ate because you didn't like it.
Okay, so.
Yeah, using apples instead of zucchinis would have probably been better. And now the viewers are probably just like, apples instead of zucchinis? What the fuck did you make?
We made pork pasta with some vegetables, and it was the garlic teriyaki sauce.
Yes. But here's the thing. The vegetables, I actually dried them out.
Oh, okay.
So, they were dehydrated vegetables.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
And that,
I noticed that with the carrots, at least.
yeah, they weren't in there long enough to get fully dehydrated. That was intentional, mind you.
Okay, we should make like apple chips sometime. Anyway, off topic.
Apple chips coated in sugar.
Yeah.
Or honey.
Or both.
I'd say just honey.
Okay.
And maybe a bit of cinnamon. No! Ellipses. The antique dealer. The sergeant. The waiter. Who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea.
Alright, oh wait.
She seduced all of them. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out.
Yes!
Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, cadet? Barely remember. There was a woman sitting across from the table of the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Unfortunately for your defendant, Naruhata, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? Savita, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He only said the victim was alone. That's right.
Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady.
But I...
If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof.
Okay.
And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. Is that a blanket waste of the court's time?
There's nothing I can say to that. Ellipses. Vichy ellipses. I want to check our evidence.
Wait.
Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now.
Okay, do you want to check the court record now?
Yeah, I want to see if I can somehow prove this.
Okay, I don't think our badge will prove anything.
Post-mortem report. Death occurred a little after blood from a gunshot wound to the chest. Bullet did not pass the victim's body.
Yeah. You can look at that. Okay, back to the photograph. There's a bottle of probably grape juice. Import.
Ah, yes. Grape juice! From France!
Alright. Anything you think
Something. What am I not seeing? He's rotated. Why? We've discussed this before. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, where were we sitting? Where were they sitting?
I think we were like the table next to him, so
And the left area in the kanji is the kitchen and the
And-
entrance.
then those two guys were I think they were either here or here.
And she was sitting direct.
Yeah.
Be away. Bastard. I'm seeing.
Okay, we got
Wait, maybe the tablecloth.
Yeah, because we found the gun on the floor, but it's hard to see.
Okay.
And we can't look at his. We can't look at the stupid.
We need to talk to more people, don't we?
Yeah, and we can't rotate. Can't wait till we can rotate evidence.
Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned. Wait, I already read this.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes anything. I can't see what it brings any real discrepancies to light. I suck at reading. Let me cross my arms like a Vichy. I wouldn't be too sure. Let me see that medical report you got there.
Okay, we're gonna read it now, so we can get.
Oh, you mean this? Yes. This is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it a little more detail.
We did the report.
In a little more detail. I suck at reading! It wouldn't be a Ace Attorney playthrough if I couldn't fail at reading.
It's okay. I can't read these.
How exactly?
Tutorial.
Notice some piece of evidence bearing magnification glass. There are ones you may examine. Press A, and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use right stick. Directional. Okay. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. Using left stick. I love him. You can move the crosshair around to hunt for clues that may have been missed.
It's funny, I was just saying I can't wait till we can rotate everything.
The crosshair starts to pulsate. Press A to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there's something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. I didn't get to read that. I see. There isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Okay. Alright. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Court. Wait, stop. We're going from left to right. Court record. Court record.
Oh wait, no, it automatically does.
It's folded.
Yeah, okay.
Open it. I can't read.
Alright.
Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of a molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of a molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of anesthesia. Although, it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. It's
process.
I mean, you still feel the pain with laughing gas, you just don't remember it.
It makes you crazy.
Okay, give me a second here.
Okay. I loved being able to rotate evidence in the first game with the 5th chapter with Emma. That was I loved that chapter, and I was sad a lot of those mechanics didn't come back. And then they're basically all tutorials when they do come back in later games. Which is sad.
Okay, I'm back. And yes, Emma's trial was interesting, but of the first game's trials, it was literally just an extra for the DS version, and it kind of did feel like that.
Yeah.
So...
But I mean, you got to take down the chief of police, which was kind of funny. Just think about it. In like Phoenix's first year of being a lawyer, he took down the scariest prosecutor known to man, his old apprentice, and the chief of police.
God. Hooray for corruption.
Oh yeah, and don't forget about Red White.
Red White.
Yeah, he was the guy that had the black deal, the blackmail company. Who killed Mia? The guy who killed Mia.
I don't know about those, remember?
We watched the first game. You should know about when Mia died.
Oh wait, right. I thought Maya. Not Mia. And I was like, Maya died? And I was like, not that. Oh, Mia! Boot. I'm an idiot. So yeah, where were we?
We're looking at his medical.
Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours. Post procedure.
The gears are turning. We got a boy.
That wasn't his. That's a fact. Really? Sounds like information worthy of bearing in mind, seeing as he died at a restaurant.
Yeah, and that steak is supposedly his.
This new information. The meaning of that one particular statement totally changed. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. God, Cosmo, you're the best. Court record. I wanna see.
Wait.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I want left. Left. I want to examine. Rotate that motherfucker! What are the numbers?
The numbers, what do they mean?
The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? 177013.
It's not the bad numbers.
Yes!
That's all I remember when you say I'm like, it's not the bad numbers.
Yeah. My professional student number is engraved on the back here. If you lose your pin, they won't accept you as a Yamai student at the university. Yamai not coming, they say. You may not. Oh, it's you may not come in. Of course, you can get a new pin made if you can tell them your number. I actually lost mine twice already, but I still don't know my student number by heart.
Bro, I know.
I'll always say to myself, I must have forgot to write it down somewhere. I mustn't forget to write it down somewhere. But then I forget not to forget that. Oh my god. The symbol of Yume Academy, or Yume University. Every student wears this pin with pride. It's funny, but more emblems seem to be either round or rectangular. I like this spiked design, even though it doesn't really make any sense.
It is art.
Like Phoenix's hair.
Yeah.
Although, it does cause problems. Lots of students end up cutting their fingers on their badges.
Oh no.
Let's hope no one's suicidal. Perhaps it was the idea of one of the founders, a sharp pin for a sharp mind or something.
I think that's it. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Alright, any other evidence?
Left to right.
Yeah.
Everything.
And we can't actually zoom me on that one.
Okay.
And then just magnifying glass on this one. So
Let's see that steak. I want to see if he'll magnify the steak.
I am magnifying the steak.
Oh, okay. His plan of the restaurant raises a number of questions, I think. Definitely. It's supposed to show the relative position of everything the moment following the incident. But there's something to but there's nothing to show the woman you saw there. Exactly. And that's not all. Look here. In the upper left, it says kitchen. Oh yes. What of it? No one would use these complicated characters to write kitchen. Especially not if they were in a hurry. You mean you don't remember those characters yourself? You don't remember those characters yourself? Don't you study? You mean you don't remember those characters yourself, don't you? Study harder, Ryunosuke.
And...
Chief Inspector... I was reading that.
I'm sorry.
Oh. That's unexpected. What is... Look. Do you see it says the witness's name here? Sutaro Hasanaga. Well, yes, business cards tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh. Chief Inspector. Primal Criminal Investigation Division. Imperial Police Bureau. Reading is wearing out my throat. Inspector. What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it. The police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here. So the waiter is a police investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this is just a magnifying glass.
Okay. Back to the testimonies.
Okay. And then we have to find one when they're talking about him eating. I think it's...
Yep, it's that. Objection!
Yes!
Can't eat. He can't
At least
eat.
not when he was at the restaurant.
Well, I think,
What are you all wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer.
I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbled on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could... Yeah, all this talking is hurting my throat. I could see it quite clearly in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so, purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Ellipses! Exclamation! I don't feel like you have Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you think. Ellipses. Alright. Thanks for the advice. Kurakaru-san. This is a medical report belonging to the victim.
see and I don't see? What of it, boy?
Comparing what is written in the report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your astonished dribble.
But
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that is completely irrelevant.
but that's... Remember, Inosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. The medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides the pale-faced pupil who could have possibly perpetrated.
This medical report card has nothing to do with this case? Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Ota Clinic, which issued this report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim has just had a tooth extraction.
What's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim has been forbidden from eating. Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He'd orders not to eat? So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink, other than water, for 3 hours, post-procedure, while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't...
Kurakata-san,
What, boy? What?
as you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that can't possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthesias. Excellently done, partner.
Objection!
What is this nonsense, you little upstart? Pursuit themes are always fun for this game's songs.
Ellipses to the extreme.
These are just baseless accusations. Just look at the photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say the table in this restaurant I think it's fair to say the tables in this restaurant case have turned. God, that was terrible. Oh my god, Kazuma. Oh god. -1 Bishi point. You're lucky you're cute.
Oh, you think he's cute?
Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgeries, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. Ellipses. Counsel? Oh, that he means me, doesn't it? Alright. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, person eating the steak at the victim's table was
Me, actually.
2 witnesses. Non-known third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection!
We'll have to wait on that objection because the session is over.
Alright, bye-bye everyone, and I will save.
Well, see ya. See you next time.